Title: The Mystery in the Dark Forest. It was a cold, foggy morning at the end of October when Jack and Alex set off on their hunting expedition. They had been planning this trip for weeks and were eager to spend a few days in the forest, far from the city. Jack, an experienced hunter, knew the forest like the back of his hand. He had grown up in the area and knew every nook and cranny. Alex, on the other hand, was a beginner but eager to learn. As they walked, the fog began to clear, revealing a desolate landscape. The forest was silent, with only the occasional sound of a bird or the crack of a branch. After a few hours of walking, Jack suddenly stopped. "Alex, look at this," he said, pointing to a tree with a strange symbol carved into the trunk. Alex approached. "What is this?" "I don't know," Jack replied. "I've never seen anything like it here." They moved on but soon came across more symbols, each one more frequent than the last. The atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. Suddenly, they heard a strange noise, like a low moan. "What was that?" Alex asked, nervous. "I don't know," Jack replied, pulling out his weapon. "But let's check it out." They followed the sound to a clearing. In the center, there was an abandoned cabin. The door was open, and inside, they found signs of a struggle. "Someone's been here recently," Jack said. Alex noticed a piece of paper on the floor. On it was written, "Don't go any further." "What does this mean?" Alex asked. "I don't know," Jack replied. "But I think we should head back." But Alex was curious. "Let's keep going," he said. Jack hesitated but eventually agreed. As they moved deeper into the forest, it grew darker. The symbols were now everywhere, and the air was thick with a strange energy. Suddenly, Alex disappeared. "Alex!" Jack shouted. "Where are you?" There was no answer. Jack began searching, but it was as if the forest had swallowed Alex whole. He found a trail of footprints leading him to a hidden cave. Inside, he found Alex, catatonic. "Alex, wake up!" Jack shouted. But Alex didn't respond. Jack knew they had to get out of there fast. He hoisted Alex onto his shoulders and began dragging him out. As they emerged from the cave, the forest was silent again. "What happened?" Alex asked, confused. "I don't know," Jack replied. "But we're never coming back here." They returned to the city without saying a word about what had happened in the forest. But Jack knew he would never forget that day. And Alex was never the same again. Days later, Alex began to have terrible nightmares, all about the forest. He saw the symbols, the abandoned cabin, and the cave. And he always heard a voice whispering, "You shouldn't have come here." Alex knew he needed to talk to Jack about it. But when he found him, Jack seemed different. He was distant, as if hiding something. "Jack, what's going on?" Alex asked. "I don't know what you're talking about," Jack replied. But Alex knew Jack was lying. He started investigating on his own. He discovered that the forest had a dark history. There were reports of disappearances and mysterious deaths. And all of them were connected to the symbols. Alex knew he needed to find answers. So he returned to the abandoned cabin. This time, he found a hidden journal inside the cabin. It belonged to a hunter named John, who had disappeared years ago. The journal revealed that John had discovered a secret cult that performed rituals in the forest. They used the symbols to summon supernatural entities. Alex felt a chill. Could that be what happened to him and Jack? He kept reading and found out that John had tried to escape but was captured by the cult. The last entry in the journal was chilling. "They're going to sacrifice me tonight. I can't escape." Alex knew he needed to find Jack again. He was determined to uncover the truth. When he found Jack, he looked different. His eyes were empty, as if he were possessed. "Jack, what's happening to you?" Alex asked. "I'm fine," Jack replied. "But you're not yourself anymore," Alex said. "I am," Jack replied. "And you can't escape," he added, in a strange voice. Alex knew he had to run. He fled out of the city, determined to expose the cult. But when he looked back, he saw Jack following him. Alex knew he needed help. He ran to the police and told them everything. The police went to the forest and found the cult. They arrested the cult members and freed Jack from their mental control. Alex finally found peace. But he never returned to the forest. And he never saw Jack the same way again. Years later, Alex still remembered that night. He knew he would never forget what happened in the forest. And he would always wonder what would have happened if he hadn't run. But he knew he had done the right thing. He had saved himself and Jack. And he had exposed the cult. Justice had been served. But the memory of that night still haunted him. And always would. Congratulations on making it this far. We hope you enjoyed the story and that it helped improve your English. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and comment on which part of the story you liked the most. See you in the next video.